Hi San Manuel users, this is Danielle from Goodwin Hospitality, the Mystery Shopping Company. This is just a basic overview on how to log into our new website, the upgraded website, and where you can go to access any mystery shops or walkthroughs that come through. For the example, I'm just going to use my admin account, so that's a corporate access. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to send you an email. It's going to have your login information, the URL to go to, and your password as well. So I'm going to log in here. Alright, so this is your dashboard. Something we've been trying to do with these new dashboards is really limit the amount of things that go on them, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a break in terms of how everything looks and really allow you guys to pull the reporting that you want versus what we're going to put in place for you. So just basics here. To access any mystery shop reports that come through, all you're going to do is hover over your dashboard link here and click mystery shop responses. If you're on distribution, these mystery shop responses are just going to be emailed to you with a link to open up the shop report. If you're not on distribution, you still do have access to all of the mystery shops that come in for the company. So you're more than welcome to come in here and look at some of the other ones and see how everybody else is doing. So really basic here. We'll go to one that's coming for November. Something you guys should know, we did import all historical data, but we only imported the scoring. So every shop report for the past 2 years has come in with scoring attached. So we don't have the actual questions, the actual PDFs, things like that. That would take up a little too much space, but we did import all the scoring, so all this trending here is accurate. So if we just kind of open up a shop report here, we'll pick this one. This shop ID right here is pretty good for any time you have to quick reference a shop. If you need to ask me a question about a shop, Kathy, or anything like that, that's the quickest way for me to find it, just so you know. So then going to be the date and the time, the score here, and then to open up the shop, you just click the little eyeball. So what's going to happen when you open it up, if you haven't already seen one of these, it's going to have the logo up here, the secret shop report, the actual ID, like I said, and then the location and then the address. Everybody's at the same address. So shop date and time up here, the overall report score. So this is how this specific report did, how this location is doing year to date, and then this location within the company rank. All of these graphs up here are all live, so anytime a new shop report comes in, these are going to be updated. If another secret shop came in for a public safety casino floor, this is going to update and this is going to update. This is obviously going to stay the same. These section scores here, this is just to track how this location is doing versus the company. So there's the current report and then the company overall there. Same thing in a location trending graph. And we'll legacy down here. And then we have these sections for the past shop and how they did, how the delta has changed. Sometimes these will be very high just because we have such a small amount of questions that are scored in the shop report, so the delta will, be a double-digit number. That could be the difference between 1 or 2 questions. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at those numbers. So here's the whole shop report with the questions that some of you probably have already seen. You have the option with these to either download this PDF to your computer, or we can email this out to anybody. A lot of people are on distribution already, but if you have someone else, another employee who you'd like to email this to, all you have to do is click that button. Anybody in the system already is going to populate in this list here for quick access. If there's anybody you need me to add to this list that would make it easier for you, I can. This is going to be the subject of the email, your email there, and then if, like I said, if they're not in here, you can add an email address in here, but if you want quick access, I'll add them in. There. Anytime you're in a shop report, all you have to do to get back to your dashboard is just click on your little logo. It might ask you to log in if you haven't logged in a while, otherwise it'll just take you right back in. So basic dashboard information here. So this is the overall shop score for the current period. So right now we're in November, averaging an 80.3 for the shops that have come in. These are all the shops comparison that have come in versus last month, October versus November. We have a location performance chart here to see how everybody's doing across the board. Top 5 locations so far this month, and then an isolated question. Any of these widgets are totally customizable. So any of these, you can click an advanced filter. You can choose a date range. And then state's all the same. Level's all the same. Form, we do have a whole bunch of forms. These are all the walkthrough forms here on the bottom, and all the mystery shop on top. Same thing here. You can choose a time period. Top 5 locations will remain the same. And then these question ones here, you can adjust the question. Because you guys have so many forms in the system, this might be a little difficult for you to find the exact question you want. If you do want that, you want something specific, all you have to do is let me know what form it's on, what question it is, and I can find it and let you know how to set it up, or better, set it up for you. Basically, if you wanted to just look around, all you'd have to do is click a question in here that you were interested in. Pick a time frame, the form that it's on, make it really easy for you, and then the level is all the same. You'll update the filter, and then you can also update the title. So right now this title is because that's the question I chose. If you chose another question, you're going to want to edit the title so it's right. If you want to track more than one question, all you got to do is go up here. Answer breakdown is another widget. It's going to populate at the bottom. You're going to go into the advanced filter, choose whatever question you want, and you're going to update it right in there. If you don't want this question anymore, all you gotta do is do that. If this question is more important to you than these 5 locations, you just drag it right up here. So like I said, this whole thing is just so customizable about what you want to see when you log in and what's the easiest information for you to access. Everybody's dashboard is set up pretty similarly right now, but you can change anything on it that you want. In order for you to access any walkthroughs that come in, what you're going to want to do, there's a couple ways we can do this. So one would be, this is going to say audits, that's the general term for walkthroughs in the business. We're trying to get them to get this changed, and it will be changed eventually to walkthroughs for you guys, but right now it's going to have to stay at audits. So we're going to open it up, same sort of thing as the mystery shopping web portal here, but what you're going to want to do is click advanced filter, include shops, make sure that says no, and press search. They won't automatically populate like this, so you just want to make sure you do that little step there. And these are the audits that have come through, walkthroughs. And then you can view them the same. Same sort of thing. And we'll go back to the dashboard here. A quicker way, or another alternate way to access walkthroughs, because it says walkthroughs, it's just walkthrough responses over here. So this is going to categorize it by year. Anytime you're in one of these saved views, you're always going to want to click this little refresh button. That just means if I'm working on anything on the back end, you're going to get the most recent data and setup that I've set up. Sometimes those just populate just to help you guys refresh your pages. We're going to the year. You drill down right into whatever you're interested in. Like I said, it's only scores that have come in through for this past data. So in order to access the actual audits that have come through, we only have a couple for this quarter, so we'll click in November. And there they are again. You can click right on them. Right. They'll have the overall score and the date. And you open it up. Okay. So I urge you to just play around with the site a little bit, see some of the views I've saved for you. You know how to access shop reports now, so if you have any questions, just let me know. We will have some more updated reporting videos coming down the line. It's just kind of wanted to break you guys into the new system slowly. Just keep in mind that basically anything that you want reported on, we can create. Whether you can create it yourself with a widget or I create it with one of these saved views over here, it's possible. So just, always just reach out to me if you have any questions, and other than that, good luck.